morning and welcome to DayBreak. I'm Deb Uren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce, here with...
I'm Teri Stiles, and thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you. It's been a few weeks since we've been able to do some filming, but boy, do we have a lot of things to talk about today. And we're going to talk about things that have been already happening here in Oxford. We have been busy.
Heating up already, and summer's just started.
Yep. First day of summer was yesterday, and I'll tell you, with the Chamber, we had our third annual 5 and 10K run. That went very well. We had 70, I believe there were 70 participants there.
Wow, that's great.
So, it's slowly growing, but, there's so many races going on.
Yeah, there is.
And especially at that time of the season. We had it at the very end of May, and so many things are going on at that time. So we, as the board, have decided that we're going to make it a little bit later on in the season, come next year. So,
and remind us again, that was a fundraiser for
Brain Balance.
Great, that's great. Which is such a great.
A great
business in the community. Oh my goodness! I really want to see that parking lot full all the time.
All the time.
I'm proud that they're here.
And they do such a wonderful thing for the community and for our children.
Yeah, they sure do. I'm glad to hear that 5K, that race was good.
It was.
Because you're right, there are a lot of them, and we need to pay attention to how many we've got going on, because it's a good health kick for everybody here, because they need to get healthy for next year.
Well, yes, because what we had after that in the community was the Tough Mudder. Oh my goodness, they had over 7,800 participants. I was shocked to hear that.
Yeah, it was a great event. We were out there. I got to talk to the operations manager. He had been working with us, allowing us to get out there with 2 crews. We had 2 crews, and I'm telling you, it was everything we could do for all 4 of us to keep up with them, 5 of us, because Bill drove us around. But he said, first time for their event to sell out, they had to put a cap on it. Because they had parking, they didn't have a whole lot of parking room, but that was their participants and the onlookers. So there was a lot of family members out there too. But I'm telling you, everybody we talked to said, "Oh my gosh, we're going to come back." So a rumor has it that they are coming back.
Yes, I understand that they're supposed to be coming back for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that our community can do to welcome these Tough Mudders.
Right. A lot of people that I talked to were from out of town, and they just kind of stayed right there at the event. And when I talked to them about, what are you going to do afterwards?
Not sure, huh?
Yeah, right. There wasn't a whole lot of that they knew.
Right.
I don't even know if they knew how close they were to the downtown area. I know there were people from out of town that stayed at the facilities that were available here. Treetop Lodge was one, and I believe Maple Cove Bed and Breakfast may have had some people. But we need to do more advertising, I think. It's my personal opinion, but in Oxford we need to do more advertising of what we have available to those 10,000 people, or 14,000 people
when
that
you
came.
think about all of those bodies that were here, that usually we don't have that many in our village, that we got to get our heads together and think about the possibility of having our local restaurants. I know they were manned to take in the people, but the people weren't aware what all was taking place. We should have one humongous tent, have an area where all of our restaurants can then give their food that they have, and have certain specialties that they have, all under one roof, and have it be that the participants
filter all those people,
filter them all in there, and make sure that when you're out at the facilities at the Tough Mudder, that hey, make sure you go downtown and here's a ticket for whatever,
10% discount or something.
Exactly. Can you imagine?
Cookie or
anything. Everybody.
There was a lot of people.
I can't even believe that there were that many people.
I even spoke to a woman who specifically came up here from West Virginia.
Oh my.
Because she knew what was happening up here. And people from the other side of the state. It was amazing how far away they came, and they will be back. They promised. Oh yeah, I'll be here. And I think I might try it.
Seriously?
I might try it next year.
Are there different?
It was so inspiring.
Do you have to do the whole thing, or is there certain?
No, you can. It's set through. There's 20 events, and it's set throughout the whole Koenig Sand and Gravel, or not the whole, because he told me there's plenty of room for different events next year. And I do want to give a shout out to Peter Fredericks, who owns Koenig. What a great guy. At any rate, you can kind of pass up some of the events, but I don't think you want to. The camaraderie that's at these events, it's not a contest, it's not a race, it's let's all get everybody through these things.
I know I saw
I got the chills again.
I know that I saw Health Quest had a group out there, and the teamwork in crawling the wall.
Unbelievable, yeah. In fact, let me put a plug. We are airing it on OCTV channel 191, but it's also on Oxford Community Television YouTube, and it's just called Tough Mudder Special. So you'll be able to see the events that and how hard people worked, and how people from different teams were helping each other. I'm all excited about it again. It was really a neat event.
You know, and I did see you put a post out on Facebook saying that it was out, and I apologize for not having been able to see it yet.
Well, you're a busy girl. I understand that.
Well, but that's okay. Because I was pretty enthused about having this event coming here, and to know that they were pleased, the Tough Mudder organization was pleased to have it here. What a way to bring Oxford and put Oxford on the map for yet another fantastic thing.
Right.
Really.
Well, we're doing so good. Great
we are. For a small community, we're doing big, big things.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we also had our pub crawl, the first pub crawl here in Oxford, and that was a big fundraiser for our Lone Ranger Festival. Wow. That was another very, very well attended event here. Over 500 tickets were sold.
Wow, that's amazing.
Town was busy, busy.
I didn't get a chance to go, unfortunately, but we have footage. That's another thing. We have footage of that. It looks like everybody had so much fun.
Yes.
And I know our crew had fun covering it. But wow, every single place that our crew went into, it was shoulder to shoulder.
Yes.
I'm
and
impressed.
They had the neatest lanyards. I should have brought mine. You had the lanyard with Home of the Mask, and then the ticket that showed all of the different restaurants
with the little map on it.
With the map on it, so that people who were new to the community, all they had to do was look at their map and say, here it is, Sullivan's Pub. Oh, here it is, Homegrown. Oh, Falling Down. You know, I mean, everybody was involved, and you know what? I'm so excited. Let's talk about that. We got to take a break right now, but we'll talk about it once again when we return. Hold on.
Canine Stray Rescue is Oxford's own local dog rescue. Call them at 248-628-0435 or go to their website dogsaver.org and click on the Canine Stray Rescue League link.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Deb Uren, president of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Teri Stiles, OCTV.
Of course. When we left, we were talking about the pub crawl that we had with the fundraiser for our Lone Ranger Festival. That's coming up the first Saturday in August, and Rod Charles is the head of the Lone Ranger posse. And you know, we've got to give kudos to that whole posse group, because a lot of volunteer hours have been put in and are always being put in by these guys. And it's approximately 12 people, and I wish I had the names of everybody.
We'll get that for you.
Yeah, we will. I promise, because they really all should be recognized for the hours. And like I say, it's volunteer. It's volunteer where they have meetings. A lot of their meetings are held on a Wednesday night.
And they start in January and December.
Really?
It's not like they just go, oh, next month we're having the Lone Ranger Festival.
Exactly. And so now that they have these fundraisers with the pub crawl, I know that's going to be an ongoing thing every year. It was so well attended. They're going to be having a Caribbean cruise.
Oh, yeah,
That's going to be on Lake Orion. And those tickets are $75 a person, but you're getting a dinner and you're getting a, what is it, a reggae? Is it reggae?
It's a reggae band, right? And then that tour, that historical tour on that
beautiful lake.
Boat, on that big paddle boat thing.
Yes,
yeah, it is a beautiful lake for sure. It's really a really decent night out just to be on that lake and cruise around the lake for the evening.
Yes.
And I forget who's catering. Is it Victoria's?
I believe so. That and Sullivan. I know that Sullivan's is going to be having the appetizers.
Yeah. So gosh.
So it's our
100
local
tickets. That's all they can sell is 100 tickets. So you better get there. Call Rod Charles, Mary Ellen. I can't remember. I think it's 391-7100 is the number that you need to call.
Wow.
I don't know why that just
or go
popped
on
into
the
my head.
website, the Home of the Mask. Because tickets our tickets for the pub crawl were on there, and the tickets for this cruise is on there as well. So kudos to that group.
Oh gosh, it's growing and growing every year.
It is.
That's a fun event, I'm telling you.
Well,
to look down the street that day and see nothing but people all up and down both sides of the street,
and
to have it last an hour long.
Yeah.
You know, those floats and the participants just keep going. It's huge.
Well,
I'm
and
just
you know
so
the chamber is a part of staging that whole parade.
That's not easy.
And I'll tell you, the first year that we as the chamber did that, it was a real eye-opener because everybody is so excited and it's not little groups. I mean, it is huge groups. And when you get in that Wells Fargo coach, you know, his placement is supposed to be like behind all the buildings. He says, I'll be parked right here and you let me know when my spot comes and I'll just bring it up because that is one massive coach and a lot of horses. And it's so impressive.
It is. The whole event is really impressive. And like I said, it just keeps growing and growing. And Rod said people talk about it across the state.
Yes.
So,
he goes to a number of events. And when he says, you know, that I'm Rod Charles from Oxford, they say, oh, that's the home of the Lone Ranger. And then that just opens up, Rod's heart, and he just starts to talk.
Every event it seems that they've had for fundraising seems to turn out quite successful. So thank you, kudos to the people in this community for supporting that. That's really such a great event. So.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you, Rod.
Especially Rod. Yes.
For sure.
Speaking of things going on. Going back to our past, we've had a couple of ribbon cuttings the Chamber has with new businesses here in town, one of which was the Hawaiian Shave Ice, which is right by the Centennial Park. And if you haven't been in there, we had a wonderful ribbon cutting, and they had lots of samples for us. And especially for the summertime and with concerts in the park, which I will be talking about, good place to just kind of walk in and get that nice flavored ice. Ooh,
it looks like it's a little bit unusual. There's ice cream at the bottom and then ice on top. It looked really good.
Oh, not only does it taste good, it looks good. It's very it's just the neatest thing. Yes.
And they're local, aren't they?
They are.
They're from Oxford.
Yes,
which is
they
really,
are.
Really nice.
Another group of our home people that have opened up a business here in their hometown. So you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. And speaking of that, Homegrown Brewing Company. We had their ribbon cutting, and we did the ribbon cutting, and then that was our Chamber's Mix and Mingle. Normally, the Chamber Mix and Mingle is the last Thursday of the month. So for the June one, we had it on June 22nd. So Don't expect to see one for the last Thursday of the month, but we'll be having one once again the last Thursday in July. I can't tell you at this time where it's going to be because I don't have that information in front of me here.
Well, that means they have to stay posted.
You're going to have to stay posted, be on
watching us.
Facebook, and if you're not on our email address, if we don't have your email address to receive our weekly email blast, like so many of us do, we have over 1,300 people now.
Wow.
It's just send your email information to info@oxfordchamber.net. And we will then keep you posted on everything that's going on here that is relating to the Chamber. So,
which is related to pretty much everything.
Which is related to Oxford, of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
of course. Coming up, we've started now, this week here, we started our concerts in the park, which had a nice turnout. That was on June 15th, but I'm going to run through the list. I'll do it kind of quickly, but it's always it's always on a Thursday, every Thursday. Open mic starts at 6 o'clock. So from 6 to 7, if you feel like, hey, I got a good voice, or hey, I want to play my guitar out here for the community, come on down and open mic is yours.
Yeah.
The concerts themselves then start at 7. So bring your lawn chair and sit in attendance and just enjoy the beautiful music out in the park.
Yeah.
So come June 22nd is going to be, or was, Denise Davis, R&B, blues, funk, and jazz. June 29th, Bob Marshall, Cowboy Rock and Roll. July 6th, Brother Crow. That's new country, indie folk. July 13th, Toppermost, and that's a Beatles tribute. That is always really, that is super.
Really good one.
July 20th, Escaping Pavement. That's country, folk, and bluegrass. July 27th, North Oakland Dixieland Band. August 3rd, Ruby T and Valentine, which is country western folk. August 10th, Boogie Boogie, Ragtime Boogie and Blues. August 17th, Tommy Steele, which is country rock. And then the last one will be on August 24th, which is Highway 23, popular music.
Looks like we have a lot of repeat entertainers, which is really nice.
These folks,
Nice to
they
see
come
that.
back year after year,
Yeah.
which really says a lot. They want to
It
be a
does.
part of our community, and they love to share their talents with our community.
And it's fun. It's fun to be there. It's community, people you know that you're sitting next to, and people you've seen before, and you can watch them on OCTV. We
bet.
play it on Thursday nights as much as we can.
Excellent, excellent. Well, with that, we're going to have to take a quick break, but we'll
Another
be
one.
right back, so don't go away.
Hi, my name is W. Ripto. I'm a member of the Addison Township Fire Department. I'm a lieutenant here. I've been here for 13 years. Today, we're going to talk about address signs and having your driveway properly marked and making sure that when there's an emergency, we're going to get there quickly and safely to help you with your emergency. Here are some things that we need to keep in mind when you mark your driveway and or your mailbox. In some situations, you may have to mark both your mailbox and your driveway. In situations where your driveway is across the street from your mailbox, or if you have a shared driveway where multiple houses are on your driveway, or if your driveway splits off into 2 or 3 areas. Wherever it splits, you might want to have an address sign marking what side to go on, whether it's left or right or straight or however you need to do it. It's going to make our job a lot easier to get to you in that state of emergency. A few other things to keep in mind is you can have your address sign vertically or you can have it displayed horizontally. We highly suggest that you mark both sides of your address so that whenever we're coming from the north or the south or the east or the west, we can see that driveway on both sides. In our engines, in our ambulances, we have our map books. And in our map books, we have very detailed oriented pictures showing exactly where the addresses are. But having that marked, your address sign marked or your driveway marked will definitely ease us in finding your address in that state of emergency. Okay. In the map book, we have all of our hydrants marked. We have all of our streets marked, and it makes it a lot easier for us to find. So that's typically the officer's job, sitting in the officer's seat. He grabs the map book and verifies with the driver exactly where we're going. And we have also a blown up section showing real quick and easy how to find your address on one sheet of paper. Instead of flipping through the book, we can go through your section and find exactly where we need to go. Okay, the address signs are $15 a piece. You can call the station at 248-628-5600 and request to have one filled out, or you can come to the station and have one filled out yourself. They're $15 a piece again, and it's definitely a good thing to have for your driveway and for us if we ever need to get there. Thank you very much for your time today. Again, my name is W. Ripto with the Addison Township Fire Department. Thank you and have a good day.
Hey, welcome back to DayBreak. Deb Uren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Teri Stiles from OCTV.
Well, when we left, we were talking about so many different things going on here in Oxford, which we will continue to do. But what I'd like to do right now is to just kind of give out a shout out to our newest members of the Oxford Chamber. We've got Caldwell Banker Professionals right here at 1370 South Lapeer Road. They have joined up. Chris Hendricks is the name, 248-628-1900. And then we have Snappy Photo Booth Company. You know, you folks out there that are having graduation parties, you might be having birthday parties or baby showers or even showers for weddings.
Weddings, yeah.
You know, Snappy Booth Snappy Booth is owned by Janet Warner, and she lives right here in Oakland Township. The phone number is 502-291-5771. Give Janet a call because she will be happy to do the photos for any type of event that you are having personally. And we've had her, she's been down at Centennial Park. I know she was down there, I believe, for the pub crawl. Is that right? Somebody was down there.
Yeah, somebody was down there. It wasn't Janet. She just moved up here from Kentucky. She's also an employee at OCTV, so she knows what she's doing when it comes to composition and creativity.
There we go.
She just got all of her equipment up here from Kentucky, so she's just starting to establish herself here in our area. But she was quite busy in Louisville. But she moved out here to take care of her mom. God bless her. She and her sister. So
sweetheart.
I would highly recommend her just because I know what she does with the camera and a huge personality. Nobody's a stranger to Janet.
No, and she makes you feel very at home, very at ease. I mean, when I met her for one of my ribbon cuttings that the chamber did, you know, I'm like, oh, this is a new face. Well, she's like not a new face.
She's not a stranger.
No, I enjoy seeing her. So
well, you know, it's really fun, Deb, that every week that we do DayBreak, you have new members of the chamber. I'm really excited about that. That says a lot for this community.
Yes.
That we've got ever-growing businesses going on.
Yes.
And it says a lot for you guys.
The chamber is growing.
With the chamber, yeah.
One of our chamber members, Pastor Matt Schuler from Holy Cross in Oxford here, Holy Cross Lutheran Church.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, all of a sudden. He's starting something new. It's called Beers and Bibles. And starting on Wednesday, June 28th at 8 o'clock, he wants you to come and share a beer and have a conversation with him about Jesus. It's going to be held at Homegrown Brewing Company. Matt did this a while ago, he went there to, he had his Bible with him, just to read. And when people saw this, they kind of started to congregate around him.
Oh, nice.
And if you haven't met Matt, he is precious.
Dynamic.
He's one of our board members, and he is a dynamic young man with with a beautiful family. He's done wonders with Holy Cross Lutheran Church. So stop on out at Homegrown Brewery Company, and that will be on Wednesday, June 28th, okay? Starting at 8 o'clock. You'll be pleased that you did.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good
Just
guy.
really good
Love
guy.
the man. Love him.
So I'm going to talk about a couple events that are coming up. The first one is in July, so you have a couple weeks to plan for this. It's the Seymour Lake celebration. We've all seen it. We've covered it two or three times. It's really a fun event. So let me tell you about it. It's July 7th, Friday, to Saturday, July 8th at Seymour Lake Park. And they've got fireworks going on. They've got a Chicago type band, Oakland County Inflatables, Sky Adventures balloon launch. They also have, I think it's on Saturday, kind of like a big flea market kind of sale type thing, and that's something that if you want to get rid of some of your extras that you have, you can contact the Parks and Recs department, and gosh, I don't have that telephone number, but you can write to them, parksandrecs.org. Also, you want to get tickets ahead of time for this event. I think it's cheaper if you do that than at the door. Let's see.
Right down here.
Parking will be $5 if you stay after 7 o'clock on both days. There's also going to be a baseball tournament going on out there.
And they're going to have a carnival too, aren't they?
They're having a carnival. They're having a cornhole tournament. Don't ask me what that is, because I'm not going to tell you, because I'll be wrong. And then the Clean Sweep Community Sale begins at 11 o'clock, ending at 4 on Saturday. Again, they're going to wrap up Saturday night with fireworks. They're sponsored by Genesis Credit Union, and they're sponsored by somebody else too, and I'm going to get that wrong. So what you need to do is watch OCTV and get the whole scoop, because we're running a promo for that right now. You can also go to their website, oxparkrec.org. It's OXPARKREC.org, or oxparksrec.org. Phew! Hopefully you got that.
Yeah.
If not, check with us. Don't forget that baseball tournament. That's always a fun thing to do on a Friday night. Also, we can't forget Leonard.
No.
Leonard historically has had their Strawberry Festival somewhere around the 4th of July. This year it's going to be July 15th. I think it starts at 10 o'clock. And that again is just a full day of exciting stuff, and there's vendors, and they put a lot of time and energy organizing this Strawberry Festival, and that means the fire department, it's a fundraiser for the fire department. The fire department is at your service with a big old bowl of ice cream and strawberries all over top. It really is. It's a great, great time to go out there and get to know your Leonard neighbors. Everybody's out. There isn't anybody in Leonard that doesn't attend this festival. It's really a fun thing to do. They have a great parade, and it's really fun.
It is. And I know that I've been there, I don't even know how many years in a row I have already been out there. And I do look forward, I limit myself with ice cream, but I do look forward to that nice dish of vanilla ice cream with the strawberry topping.
Yeah, and it's usually such a warm day.
Of course.
When you're out there, so it's just perfect. But the camaraderie out there is so fun. It's fun just to watch. You know, it's fun to watch so-and-so saying hi to so-and-so, and I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, and let me see your grandkids. It's really, really a neat day. It's just brings back that old hometown feeling when you're out there at that Leonard Festival.
And you talk about a smaller community. I mean, they are small, and it's all a friendly community. And it's the fire department that you will see doing all of this dishing out of the ice cream and, you know, just being around the town there. And I happen to know the fire chief there.
Yeah, he's a good guy, isn't he?
Oh, Jerry. And see, when I see Jerry, it's hard for me to say Jerry because I've known him as JR.
Oh, really?
And he says, you have to be a friend of my mother's to call me JR. And I go, yes, I am. I work with your mom. So, but yeah, just a wonderful group of people.
Yes.
And I know I'll be out there.
Don't miss it, July 15th.
July 15th.
In Leonard. Easy to get out there. They paved the road out there, so it's
That's
really
all
a nice
done.
ride.
The paving is done.
Everything's done.
Excellent. Well, that's a great way to end our episode this week.
Sure is.
So
All
thank
kinds
you
of
all.
things going on.
Right. Thank you all for being here. And next time we're going to have even more things to share with you. As you can tell, we are so excited. We've had so many things that have been happening and that are going to be happening.
I love this community.
Sure do. I do as well. So until next time, take care.
See you again.